are done with 2nd Chronicles. It has been a long journey, especially considering from the very beginning of 1st Chronicles was over a year ago, and this Chronicles has been since April this year. So it feels good to be done with it. Although in a way I'm sad because maybe I could do this recording now because it's 3rd time's the charm. Every other time I've been breaking down and crying. Beginning of reading these 2 books, my mom had been diagnosed with cancer. It's been quite a roller coaster. She came back to Jesus. She went away from Jesus, just like the Israelites did. 2nd Chronicles, and then the downfall came. She passed away last month. But she was with the Lord when she did, so I'm very encouraged by that. I would have loved if she could live out her life in the glory and joy that is to be with God and walking with Him every day. There's just nothing like that. So if there is anyone out there who's just apprehensive to take that next step, please just do it. It's the best thing in the world. Walking every day with Jesus, like David did, like Solomon did. Solomon built that temple in the beginning of 2nd Chronicles, and then it was torn down by the Babylonians at the end of 2nd Chronicles. And then there was hope at the very end. They were going to build the temple back again. And I just think about the parallel now today, how we are the temple. We are the living, walking, breathing temple of God. Everyone carries God within them, you know, if you choose to give your life. Romans 10:9. Go look it up. So another thing that really stuck out to me in 2nd Chronicles was idol worship. When I read the Old Testament, I'm always kind of drawing parallels to our modern world, and because I think that's what God intended us for us to do, is to see what it was like before Jesus came and what it's like after, what it was like to live in ancient times, and how is that translated today, because the Bible is really a living, breathing word from God. So when they're talking about idol worship, we look at it now superficially as, oh, I mean, obviously I'm not going to melt down all my gold and make a golden bull and worship to it and sacrifice to it. But that was mentality then. Our idol worship today is quite a bit different and sneakier. It's more like work can be an idol, our self-image, our Instagram account followers, or, you know, whatever that takes the place of God, whatever our focus is, that's our idol today. And God has warned us repeatedly of that idol worship. Not because He's some kind of megalomaniac who just wants all this praise, but He just wants the best for us, and the best for us is to live in love, and He is love. So when we're focused on something else, it's not Him, it's not love, it drains us in a way that can't be replenished when we focus on Him. So there was just a good reminder to keep your focus on God and keep Him primary. And when we slip, because we do, we're always going to slip when we're human, but we put that back in place and we get back on the track and we ask for forgiveness and we humble ourselves before Him, like many of the kings did, and then they got back on track in some cases. It's been an absolute roller coaster. I'm relieved and saddened to end this book, because it's like really it's like a new chapter in my life in many ways. I'm excited for the next book, Colossians. We are back in the New Testament. That's, yeah, I think at least for new Christians, it's easier to groove in the New Testament than it is in the Old Testament. The Old Testament can get pretty heavy sometimes. But the New Testament, although can be daunting at times in other ways, Colossians is a great book, so I'm really excited. So let's hope some steam comes back into this engine here, and we get going a little bit at a better rate than Chronicles has been. So, all right, let's crack open the Bibles, get going.